All right, so today we are breaking down one of the wildest, most unpredictable live streams of the year, IShow Speed's trip to Slovenia. And trust me, this was not just some travel vlog. It was, well, it was a real-time look at a whole new media phenomenon. Okay, let's just dive right in. So it all kicks off with this simple but honestly pretty terrifying question for any streamer, right? What happens when you, a global internet star, land in a new country, hit go live, and have absolutely no plan? Well, you get a perfect storm of fan interaction, totally surreal moments, and just pure unscripted chaos. And you know what's crazy? Speed called it almost immediately. This quote, this was literally 5 minutes into the stream. It just perfectly sets the stage for the whole day. The fans weren't just watching from home, no way. They were an active, in-person part of the show from the second he went live. All right, so let's break down exactly how that chaos kicked off. The second the stream went live, it's like the digital world just slammed right into the real world on the streets of Ljubljana. And it happened way, way faster than anyone could have predicted. So, for anyone who might not know, an IRL stream is, well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It means in real life. You're live, you're out in public, and as the creator, you're just navigating everything. The people, the places, all the problems as they happen, all while thousands of people are watching your every move. And that leads us right to the key players in this whole story, the stream snipers. Now, it's important to note these aren't like malicious hackers or anything. They're just fans, super dedicated fans, using the live feed to figure out the streamer's exact location so they can go meet him in person. Which, as you can probably guess, creates some unique challenges. And just how big of a challenge are we talking about? Well, within the first 5 minutes of going live, an estimated 200 fans had already found him. Not an hour, not even 20 minutes, 5. The sheer scale of it and how fast it happened is just, it's staggering. And this is where you see a level of fan dedication that is just, it's almost hard to believe. Speed runs into this one fan, and he finds out the guy had been sleeping in a tent on the street for 2 days. 2 days, just on the chance that he might show up. It's just a wild example of what modern celebrity looks like. Okay, so after somehow escaping that initial mob, the stream just gets weirder and more surreal. Seriously, it takes all these bizarre turns that make it feel less like a travel show and more like some kind of, I don't know, a fever dream. First up, he gets pulled into this impromptu culinary tour. A local chef, who, by the way, looked almost exactly like Lionel Messi, it was uncanny, presents Speed with this absolute feast of traditional Slovenian food. We're talking everything from pork head sausage to cream cakes. And of course, his food ratings were just as chaotic and high energy as you'd expect. I mean, most of the dishes got pretty solid scores. But then he tries the cottage cheese dumpling, and it completely blew his mind. It earned a legendary, off-the-charts 100 out of 10. And then, just when you think things can't get any weirder, a magician shows up out of nowhere. He does a trick where a card Speed is literally holding in his own hand, transforms into a picture of his idol, Cristiano Ronaldo. Speed's reaction, I mean, it's just pure, genuine disbelief. You can't fake that. I mean, this moment right here just perfectly captures how unpredictable the whole day was. 1 minute, you're just walking down the street. The next, you're being escorted into the mayor of Ljubljana's office for a formal meeting. He's sitting in the mayor's chair, getting a tour of the balcony, receiving official city gifts. You absolutely cannot script this stuff. From that point on, the entire city of Ljubljana basically turned into a real-life video game level for him. It was like a non-stop gauntlet of random physical and mental challenges that he just had to deal with, all in real time. And the pace was just relentless. He's on a boat trip down the river, then he's casually doing a backflip on a historic bridge, all while constantly dodging stuff being thrown at him by the massive crowds. I'm talking soccer balls, even Big Macs. It was nuts. And the challenges, they just keep coming, one after another. He gets challenged to a foot race up a castle hill against a fan, and he wins. Then he goes head-to-head with a young math prodigy from Slovenia's Got Talent, trying to outsmart him using a calculator. He failed, miserably. And then, why not? He joins an acrobatic basketball team for some trampoline slam dunks. Even the gifts from fans were on another level, with internet meme culture just bleeding into the real world. For example, a fan hands him this custom jersey. It's celebrating footballer Harry Maguire winning the Ballon d'Or, which, for anyone who follows football, knows is an event that has absolutely never happened. It's this super specific inside joke brought to life for a global audience. But believe it or not, all of that, the food, the magic, the mayor, the dunks, all of it was just the warm-up. It was all leading to the day's unbelievable climax, the final and by far the most intense challenge of the entire stream. So this all set up the ultimate question, the final challenge. Am I faster than a dog? And not just any dog, a professionally trained police dog. Yeah, there was really only one way to find out. And in classic IShow Speed style, his commentary right before it all went down was this perfect mix of genuine terror and his signature dark humor. As he's getting suited up in all the protective gear, you can just feel that nervous energy. The confrontation itself was just pure adrenaline. First, you have the chase, Speed just sprinting across this field for his life. Then comes the takedown, and it was inevitable. The dog catches him with just incredible speed and power. And finally, the aftermath. An exhausted but totally hyped up Speed just celebrating that he survived. The dog, by the way, won. Easily. Okay, so what does all of this chaos actually mean? Let's take a step back for a second and look at the bigger picture, because what this one stream represents in the world of modern entertainment is pretty huge. So here's a pretty wild stat that came up during the stream. Speed started wondering out loud if he'd visited more countries than Ronaldo. So, of course, the chat looked it up. Ronaldo's at 61 countries visited. With Slovenia, Speed just hit 57. So now the race is on. He's basically on a mission to pass his idol, turning his entire content career into a global tour. When you really think about it, a stream like this isn't just one thing. It's like this new hybrid genre. It's got the discovery of a travel vlog, the unscripted drama of reality TV, the physical danger of extreme sports, and the real-time audience interaction of a live game show, all mashed together and happening at once. And that really leaves us with the big question, right? As creators keep pushing the boundaries of what live, interactive content can even be, are we just watching the future of entertainment? Or the future of travel? Or is this the very beginning of something completely new? It's a pretty fascinating thing to think about.